All right, I'm back with another list. This is the top 10 unhappiest states. Now, I wrote this down a while ago, so I don't remember what site it was from, but it's from the internet, so it's gotta be right? Number 10 is Kentucky. It's called the Bluegrass State, but maybe it should just be called the Blue State. Oh well, nothing a giant bucket of fried chicken can't fix, right? Number 9, Mississippi. Well, of course Mississippi is unhappy. It's just Alabama's slightly smaller shadow. Actually smaller by almost 4,000 square feet, so I think you could argue it's a lot smaller, but, think what you want. But hey, Brittany's from Mississippi. Then again, she definitely went through an unhappy phase at one point in her life. Number 8 is Oklahoma, and I'm sure it is unhappy there. I've heard it's hard to find a date, and hard to find an affordable apartment, and hard to find a non-dead-end job, and hard to find friends that want to be around you. Wait a minute. Maybe that's just me. Number 7 is Alabama. Well, guess I gotta take back what I said about Mississippi. Sweet home Alabama, where the skies are so blue and so are the people. Number 6 is Alaska. That makes sense. It is the largest state. The more acres of land, the more likely you will find a frown on said acre. I don't know, but I imagine the winters are brutal and the summers are like normal winters. Number 5 is New Mexico. Not a shock there. I've heard people here are very unhappy. They're underappreciated at work and their wives have affairs and they have peaks on their rooftops, but maybe my sources are not based on actual facts. But I've heard from people that have actually been in Albuquerque that city really sucks, so I don't know what Bugs Bunny's doing there all the time. He's crazy. For some strange reason, it had to be. Number 4 is Tennessee. You ever heard that song? It itself is pretty depressing, talking about relatives passing and God not answering your questions. Must be pretty accurate. They may be number 4 on the list, but when it comes to being unhappy, they're a Tennessee. Number 3, it's West Virginia. Home state of Bill Withers. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. But is there any when she's there, for that matter? Actually, remember that MTV show, Buck Wild, where the kids were like partying and having a blast and they were living in West Virginia? They definitely didn't seem so unhappy. Oh, but then the one boy kicked the bucket and all the other kids, they probably never really lived, so they don't count. Number 2 is Arkansas. A lot of southern states on this list. You think if they had them fancy skyscrapers in their homes, they wouldn't be so sad? I don't know, but I'm really curious what number 1 is. Number 1 is LA. Woo! Wait, LA is not sad, and LA is not a state. Oh, wrong LA. LA as in Louisiana. Okay. They really haven't been the same since Katrina, have they? But they have Mardi Gras down there. What's so sad about that? Well, it might be sad when you sober up and find pictures of yourself on the internet and all you got out of it were some plastic beads, yeah. Yeah, I'd probably cry.